On today's video, we'll discuss the recent passing of Brian Goldner, the CEO of Hasbro. And we'll also talk about the new interim CEO and what their plans might be for Wizards of the Coast. Hi everyone and welcome back. MTG Moxman here. Before I get started on today's video, I would first like to give my heartfelt condolences to Brian Goldner, who is the CEO of Hasbro. My best wishes go out to the family after this tragic loss of someone dear to them. Now today's video will be about the acquisition and the future of what's going to happen at Wizards of the Coast. So the first thing I want to show everyone is this. Wizards of the Coast was purchased by Hasbro in 1999 September. They only paid $325 million for everything that Wizards of the Coast owned at that point. And that included Dungeons & Dragons, which at that time was called TSR. Guys, this was an amazing acquisition of a property taken over by Hasbro, who obviously saw the future of what was going to happen. Now, at that time, Brian Goldner was not the CEO of Wizards of the Coast. It was this person. Alan Hassenfield was the director of Hasbro. He took control as the CEO from 1989 all the way through to 2003. He still serves on the trust right now. He saw the potential of taking over a mega company, or the mega company it was going to become, which is Wizards of the Coast. He saw the potential inside of Dungeons & Dragons and made sure that this acquisition happened for Hasbro and brought it forward. Now, you got to remember, back then, nobody knew exactly how big Magic would become. They had a bit of a slump in some of those years up till 1999, but I guess Hasbro at that time was willing to take a shot on the amazing company we all know and love today. But it's after this that we deal with Brian Golding. Brian Golding, guys, came on around 2003, and that's after Hasbro was recovering from some massive losses and just starting to get ahead of it. Now, he saw the potential in Dungeons & Dragons as well as a lot of the game stuff going into other platforms, such as being a producer on things like Transformers, G.I. Joe, other platforms that Hasbro controlled. He saw the potential to broaden out the market and make a lot of money. This includes Magic the Gathering. By hastening up sets and speeding things along, bringing in record profits is what he did as a CEO, and he was managing over massive things that led to more success for Hasbro. So like any good CEO, he was pushing things to the limit to make the shareholders happy. That's what CEOs are there to do, to make sure everything's running well and to bring in those profits to make sure everything stays where it's supposed to, for themselves as well as everyone else in the company. That was Brian's job, and he did it very, very well. Now, the transition from Wizards of the Coast into a division of Hasbro came after that record-setting year in 2020. COVID's going on, everyone's at home, and we are playing Dungeons & Dragons. We are playing board games. We are playing Magic, either at home, buying cards, building decks, but we are spending money on these particular products. Well, you may not be going to a restaurant. You've got that extra cash, so you are doing it buying these particular items. And by the way, this article is brought to you by hipstersofthecoast.com. I put it in the corner in case anyone doesn't know about them and wants to go check it out. But when you see these type of sales, it is crazy. Now, Chris Cox, the CEO of Wizards of the Coast, was talking about this, but remember, he gets his marching orders straight from Hasbro. He is not the leader in the true sense. He may lead his division, but he takes his marching orders upstairs, just like everybody else who works for the company. Remember that going forward. Everyone who is below the CEO and the people around him, they are just marching order people. They may have a fancy title, but they're still smaller and lower down the chain. And they take their marching orders from the beginning, from the very top. And the top says we got to make money, and that's the way it's going to be. Hasbro stock, as of October 14th, 2021, is $90.45 US. That's a pretty tidy sum. They pay a dividend of around 3%. Now, in the last 5 days is what I've pulled up for you. You can see it had a dip, and that's right around the low, which is the death of Brian Golding and his passing. There's a little uncertainty in the market. It has recovered, of course, since then. But guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages, remember, any new CEO coming to the helm of a company like this has one job: They must make money for the shareholders or they get replaced. It's not just leadership. You got to show results. That's what happens. So let's meet the new interim CEO. Let me introduce you to Richard S. Stoddart. He is the interim CEO of Hasbro right now. Now, his list of qualifications, as you can see, are quite extensive. He has been a CEO before of another company. Guys, he knows what he's doing. It's obvious from what I've seen on his screen and what I found on other websites. He's no slouch. Now, let's think about what he could do as CEO. So let me take a look at this. Let me pretend to be Richard Stoddart right now. I've just been temporarily promoted to the interim CEO of Hasbro Inc. Billion-dollar company. I like it here. It's a nice chair. I sit in my office. I'm happy. What do I do as a CEO? The first thing I'm doing, if I have any ambition, is I'm wondering how I'm going to keep this chair. I don't want to give this chair up. I just got here. How? What ideas? What can I come up with to keep the chair that I am now sitting in? Because anyone with that ambition level to already become a CEO of another company, to become a higher up in management, you must have had some ambition or you wouldn't be in that chair. You'd be a floor worker somewhere or a middle management person shuffling some paper. You're in the big boy chair. That means you can think on your feet. You think outside the box. You have leadership skills. You can inspire people. You're a great orator. You can talk and communicate. So, you're going to think outside the box. You're going to take a look at every division in Hasbro that you currently control. You may look at new acquisitions to bring in Hasbro more money in the future. You might look at the divisions you have control of now and wonder how they can generate more money, either by cutting costs, increased productivity, or new product lines. That's what you're going to do as an interim CEO who wants to keep that chair. So you're going to meet with all those division heads. You're going to meet each of the lesser CEOs in that company. So he's going to call Chris Cox. He's going to call the Wizards of the Coast CEO and say, I need to have a meeting with you, Chris. Let's go over the direction of Wizards of the Coast. Let me take a look at what Brian had planned. I'd like to have a meeting. So I'm sure Chris will come with all kinds of paperwork, the scouts, the sheets, the behind doors rooms, back doors planning. And he will bring that forward. He'll bring his little research teams and say, this is what we had planned. It's amazing. And then the new interim CEO, Richard, is going to go, I see what you have planned here. I see this was the planned revenue stream. I see that. That's good, Chris. But I would like to expand on that. Imagine this meeting, guys, happening over and over again. I want to expand on that, says Richard. I think it's time to move things along. I want to ramp up production. I want to put another whole set in. I want to put in some extra frills. Whatever it may be, he's going to add. He's going to cut some costs if he can, and he's going to add. Now, Wizards of the Coast is a very big ship. We know that. It's a division. It will take time. But interim people aren't replaced overnight. They get a chance to shine or fall normally. So, chances are he'll get about 24 months to put his plan into action. Or he'll be replaced. But that's more than enough time to steer a giant ship that is Wizards of the Coast. This won't happen in one meeting. This will be dozens of meetings with all kinds of division heads all through Hasbro, as he tries to find ways and thinking outside the box to make more production happen, to make more products come out, new lines of products. All while keeping the costs in check, to keep the shareholders happy in the company. That's what I would do if I was putting on the Richard thinking cap and saying, yes, I have a plan. I know what I want to do. That's what I would do. And I can assume he's probably thinking the same thing. You only need a few years in a big chair like that to become even richer than you already are. And if you have a way to shine, it'll be even better. And they've got the cash cow that is Wizards of the Coast. You already know Richard has seen the sheets on it. He's already seen the financials. He knows how much money they're really making. He knows all the production costs. He knows, by this point, where to squeeze. He knows for every division. And he may be willing to go further than Brian did when he headed as CEO of Hasbro. There may be places that Richard may be willing to go. He might think about a film. He may think about bringing back books. He might be thinking about popularizing a new type of video game. You don't know. But he has a lot of marketing experience and he does know what he's doing. But if he wants to keep that chair, he will step up. And that could be dangerous for the player base. If he rises, it could mean increased costs in all the games and stuff we like to play. He could jack up another 30, 40 cents on every pack we sell. Oh, we're going to raise booster boxes to this new, not MSRP price to our distributors. They'll just have to suck it up and charge more to every store. That's the kind of things that could happen at the turn of a key. That's all it would take. So guys, before we welcome Richard in, let's take the next several months to see what his plans are for Wizards of the Coast before this all gets started. For now, I'll be very cautious about what's going to happen, and I hope I'm proven wrong. Guys, thanks a lot for tuning in today. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. I hope you have a great day playing Magic. Bring a friend to Magic. Have a blast. See you soon. Hey guys, a big shout out goes out to each and every one of my super duper fantastic patrons who help make this channel possible. Thank you to each and every one of you. I so look forward to talking to you guys every day. I'll see you on the live stream. It has been a long day, but you've made it to the end of the video and you shall be rewarded. Rewarded with what, you ask? You don't know what you're being rewarded with? I will reward you with Cradle of Baldur's Gate. That's who you're getting rewarded with. And I hope you guys had an awesome weekend. And I'll see you soon. I'm going to click this off now, okay? Bye.